have any questions, so by the end of the session कुछ भी अगर queries रहेंगे, कुछ भी रहेगा छोटी से छोटी चीज, तो let's discuss it one on one and let's get it solved. Okay, so our today's session is Anulom Vilom, the detailed explanation of it. Now what exactly Anulom Vilom is, you know, usually हम लोगों ने सुना है. Hindi is okay. I hope Hindi English is okay for you all. सो यूजुअली हम लोगों ने सुना हुआ है कि प्राणायाम करेंगे, योगा करेंगे तो काफी ज्यादा बॉडी को हेल्प होती है, बट व्हाट सेंस?
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. We can keep it mostly in English because there are international patients too who will maybe find some difficulty to understand Hindi. Yeah.
Okay, so we have heard about ki when we do yoga usually enhances our senses. It helps in rejuvenation. But what exactly it does? The air we take in, the air we breathe out, how exactly it is? What is the process behind that? So Anulom Vilom is one type of the breathing process. It's not the only breathing process. It is the one type of breathing process which we do. Okay, now वो कैसे रहता है? How exactly it is? It is a detailed and a disciplined and a controlled breathing. When you have the control on your breathing, when you know you have to let it out, when you know you have to let it in, you have to hold it inside. There are not two parameters. There is no inhalation, exhalation. There is also one very important point where we hold it. Okay, the holding parameter is very important. Now, why the holding parameter is important? Because the inhalation and exhalation both are controlled over there. It is very, very difficult to reach at that point with this busy schedule, with our regular routine. It is really not possible for us to get, to be in that stable, stress-free mind and to, focus on the breathing and stuff. But yes, it is not impossible. It is not impossible. We really can do it. It is difficult, but not impossible. Always remember. So Anulom Vilom is something, you really need to focus it. It will lower down your tension. Focus on your breathing. We usually see how we do it, focusing on our nostril, focusing on our this point. When we do Anulom Vilom, we focus on this point. Once we focus on this point, then we focus on our breathing. We usually say कि उसके वजह से क्या हो सकता है, what are the benefits of it? It will just it will give एक बहुत अच्छे और लंबे समय तक के लिए आपकी सांसें अच्छे से चलती रहेगी. Your breathing parameters will go for a very good period of time, a very long period of time. But what exactly that means? It is removal of all the toxins from inside. सारे toxins को बाहर निकालना है, अच्छी चीजों को अंदर लेना है, फिर उन्हें फिल्टर करना है. द फिल्टरिंग वाला पार्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, देयर आर थ्री मेन वर्ड्स: inhalation, exhalation, okay, and the point where we hold it. Okay, retention. It is known as retention, the point we hold it. There are three other words which define it. Inhalation is defined as purak. Inhalation is defined as purak. Exhalation is defined as rechak. Exhalation is defined as rechak, and retention, where we hold it, it is defined as kumbhak. Okay, these are the three main parameters that you need to understand, that you need to remember. How the process is done. How the process is done with the help of your fingers, with your help of your hand. Just have to sit down. There are two different types now. How you have to sit down. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल कैसे होता है, हमें ये आराम से बैठ के ही करना है. ग्रास पे बैठ के जितना करोगे उतना अच्छा है, कनेक्टिविटी रहती है अर्थ के साथ. जितना ग्रास पे बैठ के करोगे, जितना फ्लोर पे बैठ के करोगे, कनेक्टिविटी रहेगी, अच्छा है, गुड पॉजिटिव वाइब्स कम इन यू. ओके, ऑल द पॉजिटिव पॉइंट्स कम इन यू. बट अगेन you need to remember the patients who has the वात issues. बॉडी में वात है, ठंडे फ्लोर पे बैठ नहीं सकते. You cannot sit on a cold floor. Your feet hurts or something like that. Your legs hurt. You get all the cold, sensations and stuff. You can simply put a mat over, sit on the mat, and then perform it. Okay, you have to fold your legs inwards and you have to sit in a very cool को मतलब बहुत ही काम पोजीशन में बैठे रहना है. इन अ वेरी काम पोजीशन यू हैव टू सिट, यू हैव टू स्टार्ट परफॉर्मिंग द अनुलोम विलोम विद अ वेरी फ्री माइंड. दिन में कभी भी यू कैन डू इट, एनी टाइम इन द डे यू कैन परफॉर्म इट. इट इज नॉट कंपल्सरी कि ऐसे ऐसे ही करना है, बट नाउ व्हेन इफ यू विल लाइक कौन से टाइम पे करोगे तो उसका बेनिफिट रहेगा, वो मैटर करता है. ओके, एट व्हाट टाइम यू डू इट एंड what benefit it has. In the morning if you'll do it, in the evening if you'll do it, too good, too good. Evening ka we cannot say because we come back to our home like with the work and stuff. It is really not possible for us. Like we are in that zone ki abhi bas sona hai. We have to eat something and to lie down. It is like we cannot continue, we cannot have a calm state of mind and perform the anulom. So कैसे होता है, हमें क्या करना है, मॉर्निंग उठना है एंड यू हैव टू परफॉर्म इट. दिन में लोग इसे 3 से 4 बार भी करते हैं, 3 to 4 times a day ऑल्सो वी कैन डू इट. लेकिन उतना कभी कभी पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाता. सो डोंट फोर्स योर बॉडी, अपने आप से इट विल हैपन ऑन इट्स ओन. योर बॉडी विल गिव यू नो सिग्नल्स, यस इट्स द टाइम टू परफॉर्म अनुलोम विलोम नाउ. You don't have to force it. For a very first period of time when you'll start doing it, at that time you will feel like no, we have to force our body ki baitho baitho, let's do it, let's perform it. But after a particular period of time, apne aap se your body will send a message, your body needs a healing now. It's an internal healing that happens. Understand this words, these words are very important. Okay, now on these parameters, now like when you sit down you have to be in a very calm state of mind. You don't have to think about anything else. Yeah, there are sounds coming in, there are certain things happening in your surroundings, but that's okay. That's okay. You have to be very calm, you have to close your eyes, focus on your breathing. Focus on your breathing, focus on this point. Just understand that there is one ray of light coming like this. Focus on that light, focus on your breathing. Your stomach is going in, your stomach is coming out, the inhalation, the exhalation. First focus on the inhalation, exhalation, and then focus on the retention. Now what the retention is, for few seconds the retention is there. Okay, 10 to 15 seconds I could say the retention is there when you start it. Later on of course it increases, but you don't have to catch it for minutes or something like that. No, for few seconds that's enough. Okay, how you have to perform it, with your hand, with your fingers like this. You are taking the air in from left nostril. Okay, you have to close it first, then open your right nostril and then take the air out from here. But now this is what I'm doing is in a very fast process just to make you all understand, but you have to take out good time for it. Take it in, you have to close the nostril first. Now when I'm closing the nostril and later on before opening the right nostril, there is the point of retention. There is the point of retention that is coming up. Okay, now that is what retention I was talking about. It is very difficult to attain this point, but yes, it is not impossible. You can do it. Just give a few period of time and yes, you will be very good at it. Now what exactly it does, it focuses on your psychic health. Your psychic health has to be, these days we have always seen that mental pressure is a lot. Even if our body is worked up, we are like no, there is no strength in our body, we cannot hold it up for more. But no, it is fine, it is fine, our body still works on, it is a machine, it will work on. But what actually gets stressed out, what actually gets drained is our mental stress. The psychic health has to be taken care of very well. Anulom Vilom is the basic parameter which can help you heal your psychic health. Okay, so you don't need to, you don't need to do any kind of, I could say, anything that is very much into like इतना किसी चीज में आपको कुछ करना नहीं है, बस खुद पे आप फोकस करोगे, आपको काफी अच्छे रिजल्ट्स आ जाएंगे. बेसिक पैरामीटर्स, you don't have to do any high end kind of things. That was I was saying, you don't have to do any kind of high end things, just Anulom Vilom, a basic parameter. You have to start doing it, अपने आप से healing आ जाता है. Okay, so क्या करता है ये, कौन सी चीजों में ये beneficial है? First thing, it improves your digestion. Of course it will. Of course it will. Once you start performing Anulom Vilom, तो क्या होता है, you will focus on what you're eating, how it's getting digested. You can feel the stuff inside your stomach. Feel. you have to understand, you have to study your whole human body. This basic Anulom Vilom can make you study your whole human body कि कौन से body part में क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा है. You can understand it. Okay, so it improves your digestion. जितना कंट्रोल करोगे ब्रीदिंग पे, जितना कंट्रोल करोगे खुद के पैरामीटर्स पे, डाइजेशन के पैरामीटर्स पे, हाँ इतने बार आई हैव टू च्यू द फूड, एट दैट टाइम इट विल गो इनसाइड, अभी ये होगा उसके बाद, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड धीरे धीरे. इट इम्प्रूव्स योर डाइजेशन. जितनी भूख लगती है, now for example, like if you are very hungry, like 100%, you are very hungry, like 100% out of 100 you will start eating 70-80%, because now you have control. Now you have control on your body. Okay, now you have control on your breathing. So you'll understand, okay, now I am feeling full, now that's enough for me. I don't have to eat more. I don't have to eat it till here. Itna tak hai, till here it is there, it's fine, that's enough for me. I can just continue it for few hours and I'm done. My body can be manageable on these kind of or these type of energy levels. That is okay. So you will attain that. So it improves your digestion. It reduces stress. Of course, this is the basic parameter. Why we are doing this? Remember the root of it. We are doing it to reduce our stress, not to increase it. Karna hai, karna hai, karna hai. We have to do it. We have to do it. No, don't run behind it. Make your body calm first. On its own it will come to you. On its own Anulom Vilom will come to you. You don't have to run behind it. No, I have to perform it, I have to do it, no, I have to be very religious for it. No, you don't have to be. It will come on its own. Third thing, it boosts your respiratory system. Boost your respiratory system. Now it is good. See, it is very good. The breathing pattern is the breathing parameter is very good for all kind of patients, for every human being, with or without any medical condition. It is good for everyone. But here one point is there. Anyone suffering with asthma or anyone having the blood pressure issues or something like that, you can only perform it once a day or twice a day, not more than that. You don't have to do it more, because again breathing is involved in it. On what parameters, in what way you are performing, that affects a lot. Okay, so you need to be very careful about it. So it helps you boost your respiratory system. All right, it minimizes your snoring. These days, like even if we are sleeping for 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, but still snoring is a basic parameter that happens here and there. गहरी नींद में चले गए, deep sleep is equals to snoring. This is what happens. So it will control and it will treat your snoring. Remember this. It will control first and then it will treat your snoring. So ऐसा नहीं है कि just वो कम हो जाएगा. It will not lessen down. It will lessen down. It will get better. Okay, so snoring can be treated with it. Maintains a healthy heart. Of course, these days we have been listening out that cholesterol levels, thyroid levels, these, that levels are hurting up here and there. So how to treat them? We have to focus on our breathing. The blood flow, the blood pressure. When we are focusing on our breathing, the blood pressure, on its own gets into control. So people who are having blood pressure issues should start doing it twice a day. That's enough. That's beneficial from them. Get out of the BP medicines what you are taking. Okay, done. So again, what are the diseases that can be treated with it? Okay, we have heard like it will be helpful in this, but what exactly disease can be treated with it? The autonomic nervous system. There are 3 types of nervous system. We have heard about that is a complete medical chapter which we will open up. But basically autonomic nervous system will be treated with it. Central nervous system will be treated with it. Okay, your nervous system, the nerves that carry our messages, the neurons which carry our messages, everything will be in your hold if your breathing will be in your hold. Okay, so yeah, it will treat your ans thing. Again, the cardiopulmonary system, again I told you, heart and your lungs, the rhythm between your heart and your lungs has to go hand in hand. Okay, has to go hand in hand. So again, that things will get treated. Again, the cognitive function, and this is the very basic parameter that you need to understand. We have heard about ADHD thing, like ADHD thing, hyperactive, speech disability, or children who are unable to speak that clearly, whose speech is not delivered clearly, they can perform this. Now, how small children can perform Anulom Vilom? They cannot sit at a place, but still we can make them perform it. It's the thing how we teach them. You have to make them sit, you have to make them perform certain kind of exercises so that cognitive functioning happens well. So yes, Anulom Vilom, a simple exercise, a few minutes exercise can treat your cognitive functioning thing. Okay, problem solving. People have decision making issues. People have, like, if something is going on somewhere, or they have the thing, like, I have things in my mind, but I cannot put it in words, I cannot put it in front of anyone. So you have that lack of confidence because you don't have control on your body, you don't have anything. So the control word is coming back to back, because Anulom Vilom is known as discipline and controlled thing. So the problem solving, the decision making ability comes with it. Okay, motor memory retention. Again, yes. Okay, motor memory retention is there. The respiratory system, the circulatory system. Again, the blood vessels and the blood flow, everything gets treated with it. Treating your bronchial asthma, as I told you, the asthmatic patients. Anulom Vilom is very good for asthmatic patients. They can really go with it. They can really perform it, but just twice a day. That's fine. Not more than that. You just have to do it 9, that is enough. Okay, so these are certain parameters that you have to remember, that you have to understand when we are performing this. Okay, so I hope you all have understood what exactly Anulom Vilom is. Now, the patients who are suffering with skin infections, how Anulom Vilom is good for them. As I told you, the very first point, detoxification. Detoxification happens with it. Why? Because your digestion gets improved. You have control on your senses, you have control on your appetite. Nothing wrong goes in, nothing bad, nothing good goes out of your body. Good stays, bad comes out, because every point is linked to each another. Okay, this is how the whole process is done. Only a disciplined and controlled breathing can treat you various ways in various ways. So this is how the whole Anulom Vilom is done, performed, and how the way it helps us. In this way, it helps us a lot. So I hope like this was beneficial for you all. Any doubts? Any queries?
Yes, I may request to the patients one by one, they can raise their hands or they can unmute themselves if they have any questions related to this session.
May I ask a question, please, Dr. Unnati? It's Mosum.
Yes, please.
What should be the food gap between when you can take this, when you do Anulom Vilom, and between when you eat the meals?
Early morning, after getting up in the morning, like early morning, once you get up, just you just have to take some water. You just have to splash some water on your face, and you have to sit, and you have to start doing Anulom Vilom. Once the Anulom Vilom is done, like few rounds of it is done, after 15-20 minutes, or after a gap of 30 minutes, you can start having your regular routine, your meals and your breakfast and stuff.
So
yeah,
you do this for like 15-20 minutes a day at any one time?
Depends how many rounds you do it. Like 5 to 10 minutes is enough. 5 to 10 minutes is enough. You don't have to do it rigorously. Max to max, a normal person, or someone who is not having any BP or asthma issue can perform till 15 minutes. That's fine.
And what should be the goal to hold it for how long?
It depends for how many seconds you hold. Okay, for how many seconds you hold. Like at times people might hold it for 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Those who have zero ability to hold something, just 1 to 2 seconds are enough for them. At times 20-25 seconds. So it is completely on you. It depends from body to body. It changes from body to body.
So the inhalation, the exhalation, and the holding, all three are the same, or is there a different time span?
Inhalation, then when you hold it,
Yes.
has to be 10 to 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds. How much time you hold it? You don't have to put a pressure on your body. Okay, just remember and understand this point. You don't have to put a pressure on your body. No, I have to hold for long, that will give me results. No, how much ever your body will take it, how much ever your body will hold it, that's enough. Leave it out slowly and gradually.
Right, because my exhalation is always longer than my inhalation. So I'm just wondering, is that okay, or do I have to try and monitor it so that it's more uniform?
You have to monitor it. You really have to monitor it, like how it is. And see, your retention is the basic parameter. Your retention is the basic parameter. Okay. Okay, you have to focus on that. Your exhalation, of course, it would be longer. Of course, it would be longer because toxins are coming out.
Right. Okay. All right. Thanks very much.
Hello,
Thank you
ma'am.
so
This
much.
is Sushruti.
Hello, Shishri. I
Hi,
hope you're
ma'am.
doing
How are you?
all good, all good. I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to ask something. As you mentioned that somebody who have asthma or BP, they should do it twice a day. But somebody like me, you already know my case. So how many times should perform?
Twice a day, thrice a day. That's enough. You don't
That's
have
enough.
to put pressure. Twice or thrice a day, that's really enough. That will give you good.
Okay. Okay. Thank
You
you.
have to do it. That is very.
Yeah, I get it. Yes.
All right, all right. We have 10 minutes more for the question and answer session. Any other questions, please? Do kindly
So,
unmute
ma'am,
and
you
speak.
said early in the morning is the very best, is the first best time to do the Anulom Vilom. What is the second best time to do? Is it before the bed or in the evening?
Before the bed, it's really very good. At times in the evening as well, for evening walks or any time, if you have holidays or anything like that, people do usually perform it at in the evening as well. But before bed and early morning works well.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, this is Sushruti again.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I don't have a question regarding Anulom Vilom. I just want to ask something else. Can I?
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, actually, this time when I came to the doctor, he prescribed me the medicines, and there was this one medicine that he gave me in the powdered form. Now that my college has been started, is it any way possible that powder medicine can be converted to a tablet which I can carry out for like intake
Uh,
purpose?
sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Definitely for this query, Sushruti, ma'am, will get in touch with you today itself, and I will speak to the doctor and will revert you on the same. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Any
Powders are
other
always.
questions? Yeah. Any other questions? Please to kindly unmute one by one, as we have only 10 minutes, so we would like to go ahead with another question if you have.
So, sometime, ma'am, it is very hard to get into a sleep mode. So, will that help to go into the sleep mode
Of
in a
course,
deeper
yes.
sleep mode? Okay.
With light meals, of course, it will help you a lot. Have your meals light at night, then perform, then go to bed. It's good. And early morning, empty stomach. That's really very helpful.
Okay,
A
ma'am.
detail. First, you have to, first for first 1 week, you have to focus on it completely. Okay, for first 1 week, you have to focus on your breathing, on the Anulom Vilom, and then, you know, it will help you a lot. Just focus.
Okay, ma'am.
I
Thank
have one more question if no one else has. May I please ask?
Yes, please.
Thanks. Up until now, when I was watching Ramdev ji's yoga, it was always about inhalation and exhalation. This is the first time I'm hearing that whole retention is so important. Firstly, why is it so very important to retain? What does it do? It filters something you mentioned earlier?
Sorry?
You mentioned that it works like a filter?
Yeah, correct. It increases your pran.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. The other thing I wanted to know is Ramdev ji, he talks about Kapalbhati. I know we are talking about Anulom Vilom, but I'm just checking. Is this the best thing to do in conjunction with this? If we have about 20 minutes, for example, in a day, is there any
can.
other thing that complements this exercise?
You can. It's nothing like that. It depends on you what kind of exercises you perform. Most, the most basic parameters, you always need to start with the basics. Don't go on the high end things, as I told you earlier. Okay.
Okay.
The easy one, what you can always do would be the Anulom. That would
So,
be
so
really
what
good.
what works best for the skin issues? Anulom Vilom with Kapalbhati or what? Just Anulom Vilom?
That works the best.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other questions, please?
Hello, ma'am. This is Sasi here.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a question not regarding to asthma. I have question regarding to food allergy. In this food allergy, can you have any recommendation for that or medicines for that in your stream or something else like that?
एक मिनट शशि जी, आपको एग्जैक्टली लाइक हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं? दैट इज ओके?
Yeah, it's okay.
बोलिए, मतलब
Sorry,
मैम ये
sorry,
है फूड
sorry
एलर्जी
to
होती है ना वो वीट
Shashi
एलर्जीज
ma'am.
एंड
शशि माई
Yeah,
या
just 1 second. So Shashi ma'am, आपका ये जो प्रश्न है जो आपने पूछा है ये आपको during follow up जब आपका लिया जाएगा, so definitely ये concern discuss करके with doctor guidelines regarding the food allergy आपको
नहीं
guidelines दिए जाएंगे, because this session
नहीं
is mainly
एक्चुअली
about Anulom Vilom. Okay, all right. So I believe, done for today's session. Thank you so much, Dr. Unnati, to having a great session and the in-detailed explanation about Anulom Vilom. The question and answer session was also too good. So thank you everyone for joining this session. Next session will be again on the next, Tuesday at 8 o'clock on the same time. We'll keep you posted on the community group. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Unnati ma'am, once again for the lovely session. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone.